House of King David, Holy Covenant Constitutional Enforcer. This is a Republic Notice. The title of this Republic Notice is called Cosmic War Report. Number 2, Warning of Judgment Underway. Cosmic War Report. Number 2, Warning of Judgment Underway. It's December the 4th, 2013. We almost a year past the cosmic alignment of 12-21-12. Things are intensifying. The sides are being drawn. The battle of Armageddon is very well in intensity. It's underway. The fight for the souls, the fight for the earth, the fight for humanity is fierce. It's fierce. It's consistent. No one is letting go of anything. Everything is a fight for every spirit, every soul, every molecule of this existence is now underway. If you're not feeling it on the ground, you will be feeling it on the ground, because this is Armageddon and judgment is upon us now. You know, you hear a lot about all these comets coming in that we never heard before, you know, the talk and the comments and wanting to know more about space. Well, stay tuned with me and you'll learn more than you can learn from any scientist, any websites who do a lot of guessing. I'm going to give you some direct knowledge given to me from the kingdom about the comets, what's going on with them, the space war, the Star Wars, and how they fare. Now, one thing they said, Comet Ison had trillions of siblings. If Comet Ison had trillions of siblings, then that's something you don't really want to mess with. Now, it's been reports that there have been entities maybe trying to shoot at these comets and trying to, dismantle these comets. If that is so, watch out, because they have really crossed a very vital line in trying to destroy comets that's coming at the time of revelation for judgment. As Comet Ison is a judgment comet. And as a judgment comet, if you think you're going to do away with a judgment comet, keep on drinking some Kool-Aid of a power you don't have, okay? Keep on drinking the elixir of Satan's piss if you think you want to do away with the judgment comet, okay? Because you're not going to do nothing with this comet, okay? You know, and it's reinforcements of Lovejoy, reinforcements of Inky. You know, this is what people need to understand, that comets are intelligent cosmic beings, okay? They can choose what energy they want to come in, but they're intelligent cosmic beings. The sun is an intelligent cosmic being. You know, the space is full of intelligent cosmic beings. So you're dealing with the high intelligence of cosmic beings who appear and want to appear to you as comets, or they appear to you as what they want to appear. But don't make the mistake of thinking that they don't have a conscience. See, they are a living conscience and living spirit, cosmic beings in the form of all types of energy. They're cosmic living beings in the types of all kinds of energy, whether we call them debris, rocks, gases, whatever we call them, okay? Now, this cosmic war, it is Star Wars, okay? Now, Cosmic Ison is a very distant one. Some say he's 4.5 billion years old. Now, if you understand the Comet Ison is 4.5 billion years old, you better understand that the black people in America in that Constitution is just as old or older, okay? Because the Constitution gave you the understanding that 3/5 was the foundation of that Constitution. 3 and 5 equal 8 of infinity. 3/5 dark matter worked 400 years. Dark matter, cosmic dark matter, worked 400 years to establish the foundation of America that everybody came to dream on. And that's all it is a dream. If you thought you was going to trample the freedom of the dark matter of the constitutionality, and then you claim that America's free while you're trampling the freedom of the dark matter 3/5 of the constitutionality, the foundational human capital investors. See, everybody wanted to be free. Everybody wanted freedom and liberation and American dream, while they choked the Constitution. Black builders and investors of human capital, they didn't care about their freedom. They didn't care about their deaths. They didn't care about their choking. And why is this in the cosmic report? Because this is Judah, Israel. This is Judah. This is Judah. This is Judah that everybody said can die as long as they had their dream and as long as they could have their liberation and their freedom. You know, to hell with what the Constitutional had, to hell with the 400 years of labor and holding back Satan from the world, taking a whip on the back for 400 years. To hell with all that human capital investment and the fact that black babies was fed to alligators and crocodiles from the lizard regime as the sacrifice. And now we seeing the sacrifice of everything. Now we're seeing how evil loves to sacrifice. We're seeing the lizard regime in full throttle all on the internet, you know, as they become paranoid. We see them running into bunkers, gathering food, gathering resources. A whole bunch of coffins are being stacked up. You know, camps are being set aside. You know, food is being set aside. You know, everybody is beginning to run for cover. Why? Because this cosmic war report tells you this is the judgment of warning underway. So as you trample the dark matter, and you didn't care that 130 million or 200 million or 500 million died in the transatlantic slave trade of these sacred people, and their blood was taken for a joke, while you sit and made a joke out of 6 million somewhere being held for a few days, yet you want to overlook Judah Black American as insignificant, that they worked 400 years and almost 200 million of them was murdered and killed in the transatlantic slave trade. You wanted to worry about 6 million Khazars because they fit your purpose. They fit your purpose of going along with Satan for the sacrifice of black life for your so-called freedom and American dream. Now, why is this part of the cosmic war report? It's part of it because this is what this war is about. It's about the judgment. For so as you did to Judah, Israel in America, so shall it be done to you. You know, you took this life as if they were trash, and you trashed the blood of King Yahshua. You literally trashed, disintegrated, stepped on, degraded, put your middle finger up to, spit on, burned, spat, put your mountains of dung on, trampled a poor infant and his black mother so much that she saw no outlet but to abort a baby from so much starvation in a land of plenty, and so much belittling and so much trampling and so much attritioning her out of everything, to the point she couldn't even breathe and see a breathing baby in her arm as being a possibility where she could thrive, okay? So therefore, if Cosmic Eisen is so-called gone, then come out of your bunkers, okay? Because our police is here. Constitutional Judah Black American police is now here. They're all the comments. They're going to enforce our constitutionality. I suggest now you restore the pledge, give up all your stolen goods, get up out of all these stolen houses, because you already know the bankers are nothing but crooks, which means you don't own none of them fancy homes you're in under done contracts. You got them home from trampling the black infant to death and into abortions. Your home is a black infant death. Your home is a black infant death. Your car is a black infant death. You know, your very existence as mixed people is black infant death. And that's why the black plague will return upon you. So you wanted black death, you're going to get black death. You wanted black death so you can live free, you're going to get black death. Now see how much black death you have done with your hands, because the cosmic see you as nothing but those who run around with blood on their hand, running from their eyes and ears, talking about their bank accounts, worried about this and survival this. You're not going to survive this black plague that's coming. You had a warning before. You went back to your ways of trampling the holy nation and putting your middle finger up to the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and his holy book. He left you the book of law. In the first 5 books of the Bible, the Torah, you respected none of that. You respected none of that. He left you the Constitution. He sent you messengers like Dr. King, Gandhi, Malcolm X, President Kennedy, President Robert Kennedy. You saw their head blown off. You saw them shot. And what did you do? Sit back and glorified in your so-called freedom while 3 million and 4 million blacks was locked up, homeless after working 300 or 400 years and being in the Supreme Contract. Homelessness of black children, you deprived them in every state of whatever you could, out of education, out of this, out of that, out of that. This was your declaration of war. This was your declaration of war, not only against the black Americans, but against the Constitution, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, who looks out for the least of these. And it was your declaration of war against the God of Israel. So you wanted war. And now the enforcements of Nibiru, the ancient, and the stars, the comets, are ready to reinforce and to enforce the constitutional holy covenant contract. When you see a black, you better look at them in a different way. Because if you don't look at them in a different way, then you will be blackened with sores and the bubonic plague. It's getting ready to come upon you. You're hearing it first from me. Your hatred of blacks means that you're doomed to the bubonic plague. Your hatred of black going to put black sores on you. The sun warned you with melanoma. Now, Ison tail has fanned out, and it's going to fan and start dripping black death. And it's going to identify all those that are indifferent to the nation of Judah Israel. For all who don't serve black American Judah Israel, so perish from the bubonic plague. Okay? And that's black death is getting ready to come upon you. That's what you wanted. You wanted death. You wanted Trayvon Martin dead. You cheered and you wanted to go with these fake juries that was not of their peers by the trampling majority. Well, let me tell you something. Black Americans got a big army, okay? Black Americans got a big army. And you getting ready to find out just who the F you done F'd with. You getting ready to find out just who the F you done F'd with. Yeah, the United Nations sit by and watch that Fukushima disaster try to poison the waters because you know this is the earth will be the inheritance of the meek, and you know that's black Americans, that's King Yeshua people. Okay, so you watch that Fukushima, and Fukushima is another word for, excuse my language, embrace yourself, but fuck the Shemites. That's all you wanted to do was fuck the Shemites up through this whole thing. You wanted to fuck the Shemites, and the Fukushima was the last code you put to say fuck the Shemites when the United Nations, all the nations sat by and watched this disaster of environmental damage to the earth occur. Okay, we're going to see who you effed with. We're going to see who you think you're shiny. Okay, we're going to see who has the last word, because guess what? Our army is here now. And we're not taking your stuff no more. We're going to begin to tell you to get out of our homes, get out of our government, get off of our wealth, and go back to where you came from or face the bubonic plague. The black plague will now identify every last one of you as those of leprosy hearts. And it's a whole lot of you. The abyss, I've seen it. The majority of you are going to the abyss. And you won't need Obamacare because he won't be able to do nothing for you when these blisters start breaking out on you. And they not even going, the preachers ain't going to want to give you the last rites. Ain't nobody going to want to touch you. Okay? Hey, and the holy ones will be immune. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David.